Hey guys, JFi here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to the darkest episodes on Kids TV by Be Amazed. Be Amazed is a YouTube channel who I know that generates lots of very interesting facts about the world. So and this is their latest video. So let's check out what we got, shall we?
From traumatizing images to storylines about organ harvesting, buckle up and get ready for the darkest, most disturbing episodes of Kids TV ever aired.
Okay. Oh wait, sorry. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Now we should go.
Don't forget to brush.
Okay.
Nickelodeon's Cat Dog was a weird show at the best of times. It starred the titular cat-dog hybrid in a gross, run-down world of humanoid animals.
Really weird.
So grotesque imagery was part of the package.
Okay.
But no episode would ever take this further than Teeth for Two. At a dental checkup, Cat Dog discovered that whatever damage one does to their teeth will actually affect the other. Therefore, Cat, who looks after his teeth, has a mouth filled with decay, while Dog, who doesn't, has perfect dental health. Cat desperately tries to convince Dog to look after his teeth, but to no avail. So the duo wind up battling each other by damaging their own teeth, from gnawing on sink pipes to using their jaw as a punching bag. Now, this is all twisted enough. I can practically feel some of that pain myself, but nothing is worse than one sequence where Cat attempts to brush Dog's teeth while he sleeps. I think it's best just to let you watch it for yourself.
Okay, let's see what happened. What the? Oh my! What? I'm sorry for laughing. That is just that is just so bad. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, I don't know why I found that so funny.
I think I'm gonna hurl.
Yeah, understandable.
Perfect Schmurfect.
Okay, what's
Cartoon
this one?
Network's Courage the Cowardly Dog is best remembered for its many, many creepy episodes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
A whole load of these episodes also feature some pretty adult
I remember
themes,
that episode.
such as abusive relationships, depression, and most notably, perfection. Or at least, the lack of. The series finale, simply titled Perfect, is all about Courage realizing to his horror that he is far from perfect. Because of this, a figure known as the Perfectionist manifests and attempts to teach the dog to be the image of perfection. But as the little canine seems to fail every test given to him, the stress gets too much, and he lies awake at night unable to get a wink of sleep due to recurring nightmares about, well, see for yourself.
Okay. Let's see. What is that? What is that thing? Okay. What is this? Yeah, I would be freaked out too.
Not? Totally appropriate for kids. It's not all bad though. The episode ends with Courage realizing, with the help of, don't ask, a fish in his bathtub, that it's his imperfections that make him him.
Yes.
So yeah,
true.
A heavy topic for kids, but an important one. This disgusting blue weirdo, though, he's not okay.
Yeah.
And never will be. Okay.
No.
I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking I can see that horrid early 2000s CGI looking ass in my laundry basket.
That is so funny.
Worm woes.
What is that?
If you're a certain age, the name Mr. Meaty probably fills your soul with a cold dread.
What is
this hideous Nickelodeon puppet show aired in the mid-2000s and was renowned for being ugly, vile, and unnerving.
Understandable.
Okay, no laying eggs in my bread.
Okay, so
That looks
what could possibly be worse than that? Mooch Master P, that's what.
Okay.
An episode so notorious, it's one of the only things people remember about this damn show.
What?
The premise sees the
I don't
character
remember any of
Parker
this.
eating a raw meat patty and finding himself stuck with a tapeworm.
What?
Sounds horrid, right? Well, it gets worse.
And
How does it
approach
get
the
worse?
sausage.
That reminds me of a beaker. What the? What is that? Oh no, that's disturbing.
Everything about this is utterly rancid.
What is
but
that?
it gets even worse.
Is that a tapeworm? Oh no, that is disgusting.
They just fished a tapeworm out of his stomach, didn't they?
Yep.
Putrid. Vile. But
Okay.
I think you know what I'm going to say. It gets even worse
What?
than that.
What? How does it get worse? Okay.
There you go. I've handled these little beauties before.
Uh-oh.
Come on, sweetheart. Okay, come on. Here we go.
Wait.
Come on
No.
in.
Don't let him. Oh no. Bad idea.
Why?
Yeah.
Who
what?
woke up one morning and
Why
thought,
would you wanna-
yes, I know what these kids these days are into. Parasitic worms.
Yeah, no,
They'll
bad idea.
love this. Well, kids did
Bad
not,
idea.
in fact,
Yeah.
love it.
I-
And neither did parents.
understandable.
After
Yeah.
some seriously low ratings and a whole lot
Yeah.
of criticism, the show was pulled after just 2 seasons, which
Yeah.
is still too many if you ask me. Wish me luck sleeping tonight. A fearful future.
I remember this show.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yes.
These were the ingredients to make
Yeah.
the perfect little girls, the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
But
Understand.
one particular episode was made with plain sadness and everything badness. Now, just in case you're
What
uncultured and
happened?
you don't know who the Powerpuff Girls are, they're 3 superpowered sisters.
Yeah, I know who they
Blossom,
are.
Bubbles, and Buttercup,
Yep.
who defend the city of Townsville from evil.
Yep.
With plenty of gags
Understandable.
along the way.
Yeah,
Which is why the
I
episode
remember
Speed
that.
Demon was so impactful.
What?
Looking forward to a much-needed vacation, the
Yeah.
girls decide to race home from school and accidentally wind up traveling 50 years into the future, where they're immediately met
what?
with their old teacher.
What?
Only she's absolutely traumatized and keeps
Oh,
repeating this.
Waving goodbye, and they raced off and
But,
raced
Miss
off.
Keene, we're right here.
Finished for 50 years.
What?
50 years. 50 years.
This is so
50
confusing.
years.
I'm so confused. Yeah.
In their absence,
Well,
the
what?
city of Townsville has become a post-apocalyptic hellscape in which all of their friends and family suffer.
What
Turns
hap-
out
what?
the villain known as him
What
capitalized
happened
on the girl's absence, eliminated all the other villains, and conquered the city.
Yep.
Yeesh.
That
So
is
everybody's
disturbing.
probably really happy to see the Powerpuff Girls back, right?
Yeah. I doubt it. Yeah, no, they're not happy. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but they aren't wrong.
Oh my god. In a panic, the girls fly off into space to escape and manage to return to their own
Yep.
time somehow.
Yeah.
Terrified
idea.
after their harrowing experience, though,
Yeah.
they cancel their vacation
Yeah.
and claim they can never have time off after all.
Understandable.
Jeez,
Yeah.
what an ending. They're basically forced to be on call day and night for the rest of their lives, or
Yeah.
everybody they love will be destroyed.
Yes.
What's worse, their friends and neighbors actively blamed them for not being there to save them,
Yep.
when they didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah, what's with
this
that?
one definitely isn't for the faint of heart.
Yeah, understandable.
Guilty conscience.
Oh, I remember.
It's tough
I
to
remember
imagine
this
SpongeBob
episode.
being in any way disturbing, but I
Yep.
assure you, it's definitely gone there. The episode Nasty Patty revolves entirely around
Yes,
SpongeBob
I
and Mr.
remember this
Krabs
episode.
grappling with the belief they've ended the life of a health inspector by feeding him
what?
a grotesque burger.
Yes.
They haven't. He just swallowed a fly and passed
Yeah.
out. But regardless, the crippling guilt and anxiety they
Yes.
feel is totally real.
Yeah.
In fact, the rest of the show is spent with the
Yes,
duo trying
I
to
remember that.
dispose of the body. Meanwhile, Krabs is constantly
That's not-
trying to rein in SpongeBob's guilty conscience
What?
with threats of jail time
What?
as he laments his role in their crime.
That's
I
not
mean,
what
that's
happened.
some seriously heavy subject matter for a kids show, don't you think?
Yeah.
Heck, the episode was even banned at one point in South Korea due to
Yeah.
just how macabre it was.
Yes,
All that said,
understandable.
this is still a supremely entertaining watch,
Yeah.
even with the debatable subject matter.
Yes,
Then
it-
again, I'm
yes, it is
speaking as an
important.
adult. What do you
Yeah.
guys think? Is Nasty Patty a step too far, or are we
Yes.
not giving kids enough credit? Let me know down in the comments below.
It's actually one of my favorite episodes.
Transmutate.
What is that?
The 1990s sequel to the original
okay.
Transformers cartoon, Beast
Yes.
Wars,
Yeah.
is considered by many to be the pinnacle of the franchise.
Yep.
With compelling characters, interesting plots,
This
and
show looks
for
so
a
cool.
time, state-of-the-art visuals, it was a real treat for fans.
Yep.
Well,
Understandable.
most of it was anyway.
What?
One episode, known as Transmutate,
What happened?
dealt with some seriously tough topics that probably left a lot of kids feeling pretty uncomfortable.
What
So,
happened?
within the lore of the show, the heroic Maximals and evil Predacons are stranded on prehistoric Earth, battling one another. The only way for either side to enlist new recruits, however, is to
Okay.
recover fallen stasis pods containing Transformers. This
Okay.
episode opens with both sides rushing to secure a pod, but little do they know, it's catastrophically damaged.
What?
And the Transformer inside is in a bad way.
What?
When it emerges, it's revealed to be a creepy skeletal creature incapable
What
of
is
transforming
that?
What is that?
and barely able to communicate.
Incapable of
Despite
transforming.
that, it's incredibly powerful and seemingly
yeah.
unaware of its own capabilities.
Yeah. What the? Yeah, that's what I was saying. What kind of episode is What?
Both the villainous Rampage and the noble Silverbolt feel a kinship with the being and attempt to win it over to their side. But
Okay.
unable to control its power, the good guys eventually recommend putting it into a stasis lock,
Yes.
a permanent coma, as it represents a danger to itself and everyone around
Yeah.
it. Ultimately, though,
What is
it
this?
sacrifices itself to stop the two sides fighting each other,
Yeah.
leaving them to mourn their shared loss. This
Thank
supremely
you.
dark episode presents viewers with a transformer that is essentially both physically and mentally disabled, incapable of comprehending the reality of its existence.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the downer ending is enough to make anybody feel miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Okay, on to
Yes.
brighter things, right?
no.
Right?
Yeah. I doubt it.
Scary Sister.
Another one?
Yeesh. Then you thought Transmutate was rough. Enter the Powerpuff Girls episode Twisted Sister. The girls think they need a hand with their crime-fighting duties and decide to create a fourth Powerpuff to help.
Oh,
Trouble
no.
is, they can't quite get their hands on the same ingredients that were used to make them. So,
Oops.
they improvise.
Oh,
The result? A horridly oversized, developmentally stunted girl that they dub Bunny.
That-
After
that
being
looks
given the orders to fight
terrifying.
bad guys and throw them in jail,
Yeah.
Bunny has a hard time figuring out who those bad guys are and
Oh.
ends up imprisoning the police and allowing criminals to wreak havoc across Townsville.
Bad idea.
Predictably, the other girls aren't too pleased.
Yeah.
So they scold her and kick her from the group,
Yeah.
causing her to fly off in tears. And
Understandable.
despite this, later, when the girls find themselves in serious trouble, Bunny returns to save them.
Yes.
Only after she does, well,
What? What's going on? Wait. What? Yeah. What is going on? Oh, what the? What? Oh my. Oh my.
the unstable creation finally reaches its limit,
Okay.
and Bunny perishes in a bright flash of light.
Okay.
So let me get
yes,
this straight. The Powerpuff Girls engineer a living being to make their lives easier, and upon seeing that it doesn't meet their standards of
Yep.
perfection, they cast it aside.
Yeah.
Man, what is with these old cartoons?
Yes.
Only this one's even worse than Beast Wars. Transmutate was the result of a freak accident, whereas Bunny was the product of the Powerpuff Girls' own hubris.
Oh.
She didn't ask to be born, only to be accepted, and
True.
it cost her life.
Yes.
She was good after all. We were the ones who were bad.
True. Unfortunately.
What a horrible kind of
Oh, I
guy.
remember this show.
Arthur is a pretty special show. You'd be hard-pressed to find an issue that it hasn't covered. Divorced parents, disability, gay marriage, it handled all these
Yes.
topics with grace. So is it
Okay.
really surprising to hear that the show aired a 9/11 episode?
What?
Not literally, of course. The episode is called April 9th, but
Okay.
that's not exactly a subtle allegory.
9?
In it, a fire in the school leaves the kids with a wide range of complicated emotions.
Yeah.
Sue Ellen is devastated by the loss of her journal, a sentimental item of great importance to her. Blinky is traumatized, utterly terrified
Binky,
by anything
not
that even
Blinky.
remotely reminds him of the event.
Okay,
Arthur,
what?
meanwhile, finds himself with unbearable anxiety surrounding his father's safety.
Okay, yes,
Finally,
understandable.
Buster feels completely left out, like he's missed something profoundly impactful after oversleeping and avoiding the fire.
What?
As
He
you
should
can
be
probably
grateful
tell,
for
the
that.
episode was conceived to help kids deal with their own complex emotions after the devastating events of September 11th,
Yeah.
or any tragedy, really.
Yeah.
A profoundly dark subject, sure, but an important one.
True.
I can imagine this episode has helped a lot of kids over the years, and the world probably is a better place because of it. You know what else makes the
maybe.
world a better place? My subscribers. I
True.
love ya. So why not join them and hit those like and subscribe buttons? That way you'll
Yes,
never
they-
miss out on another
I
awesome
remember
video
that
like
boat.
this one. Now back
Okay.
into the rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
On the wrong tracks. When I was a young lad, shortly before I became a dinosaur kid, I was a die-hard train kid.
Yes.
Seriously, my whole life was trains. So
Yes.
Thomas the Tank Engine
I
was
remember
a
this show.
huge part of it.
Yeah.
But there
I
was one
remember.
particular episode of the Happy-Go-Lucky Choo-Choo show that left many kids feeling disturbed. Its name? The Sad Story of Henry.
Oh.
The titular Henry is a train that,
I
after
think
entering
I
the tunnel,
remember this
refuses to
episode.
emerge on the other side. See,
Yeah.
it's raining, and he's worried about the downpour messing
Yeah,
up his
this-
beautiful
this
paint
episode
job.
was awful.
So he stubbornly remains in the tunnel, shooting steam at everybody that tries to reason with
Yes.
him. After trying everything they can think of, the boss man,
Yes.
the fat controller, says, "Okay, whatever you want." Cut to, oh man, this
Yes,
horror
I
show.
remember the.
Took up the old rails
Yes,
and
I
built a wall in
remember
front of
this
him
scene.
so that Henry couldn't get out of the tunnel
This was
anymore.
an awful scene for me to see. Yeah. What?
They
yes.
literally imprison him, leaving nothing but a little gap so he can watch the outside world go by.
Okay.
A world he'll never rejoin again. Seems like a colossal overreaction, right? Well, I'm sure the show will acknowledge that and let him out.
Yes.
Right?
No.
But I think he deserved his punishment. Don't you?
Understandable.
What do you mean he deserved it? Sure, man. I'll remember that next time my kid is acting up. Sorry, Billy. You don't want to come down for dinner?
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll just have to board your door shut.
They
I'm
let
sure
him
I'll
out
be
in another
way
episode.
bad.
They let him out in the next episode.
Squidward's Unhappy Memories.
Oh, I remember this one.
Hey, SpongeBob's back.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems SpongeBob is the show that keeps on giving for these totally twisted episodes. This time, it's Squidward's suffering that takes
Yes.
center stage. In Season 8's Are You Happy Now?, SpongeBob discovers that Squidward doesn't have a happiest memory. So,
Understandable.
SpongeBob desperately tries to create a happy experience for his
Oops.
friend. But nothing works.
Yeah.
Sounds gloomy, right?
Yes.
But what truly turns this one into a depress-isode is how seriously it plays Squidward's mental health.
Yeah.
Not only is he portrayed as severely depressed, but the
Yes.
episode bizarrely showcases several gags, implying Squidward is about
Yes.
to, well, see for yourself.
What?
Squidward, down here!
Yeah.
He's upstairs.
I think I've seen that scene before.
Hey! Hey! Squidward! Well, at least we know he's still alive.
And things
Oh,
only get more uncomfortable.
That.
I just can't seem to get happy.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't help. I
I'm sorry
can't
for
seem to
laughing.
get happy.
Oh, I remember this part.
Maybe this will help.
Oh, he's got it. It's got it. Oh, it's yes,
I have no idea why this
I
is considered
remember this.
okay for kids. Sure, the
Yeah.
twisted nature of the jokes may go over the head of a child, but that doesn't change the jokes themselves.
True.
SpongeBob aired an episode entirely designed to laugh at the fact that Squidward is
Okay.
miserable, depressed,
Yeah.
and on the brink of doing something irreversible.
Yes.
Is it any wonder that the episode was
I-
pulled after first airing? It wouldn't be shown again on Nick for another 5 years.
True.
Oh, poor Squidward, man. He deserves better.
Understandable.
The Beastly Baby.
What is
Given
it?
how many times Nick's
Rugrats.
shows have appeared in this video, it's hardly surprising to hear that Rugrats has its own unsettling eps too.
Okay.
Angelica's worst nightmare
Yes.
begins with the titular toddler getting some news. Her parents are expecting another baby. Racked with anxiety about how her life may change with a young sibling in the picture, Angelica enters a nightmare sequence that gave me some nightmares of my own.
I'm sorry for laughing. What is this?
So you're the new baby, huh?
That's right. I'm the new baby. I'm the new baby, and you're the old baby, see? And you better get something straight right off the bat.
What?
There ain't room in this house for the both of us.
Okay.
The
What happened?
creepy mafioso baby
What?
threatens her, but when she tells her parents, they naturally don't believe her. In
Okay.
fact, after giving the new baby Angelica's room and all her toys, they banish her to the wardrobe
What?
and give her a single slice of cheese for dinner. But her new sibling comes for
That's
her.
awful.
Hey, what are you doing here, sister? I thought I told you to scram.
Oh, no. I'm sorry for
I
laughing.
warned you to get out, but you wouldn't listen. Now I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, no.
You had your chance.
Cue a
Oh, no.
genuinely unsettling chase scene with all the horror movie trappings.
Oh,
It gets
no.
topped off with Angelica struggling to start a car as Big Boy slowly approaches. But in the end, she's completely unable to escape.
What
Where do you
the?
think you're going, sister?
Oh, no.
I wonder what a toy car would taste like.
Oh, no.
I'm your big sister.
Well, now you're num-nums.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Anyone else uncomfortable?
Yeah,
The
understandable.
whole sequence with Big Boy is infamous. The look, the voice, the horror
Yeah.
movie atmosphere, totally nasty and surely responsible for a lot of scared kids. But this
Very
episode
well
is a
written,
heavy
though.
one even for adults.
Yeah.
You see, at the end of the show, Angelica's parents reveal that she won't be having a sibling after all.
Okay.
Wait, did she and her husband miscarry?
Thank you.
I mean, they never end up having another child, even in the sequel series, all grown up.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
though they were overjoyed at the thought of it. Man.
I feel bad for them.
Oink oink.
What?
If you were a weird kid of the 2000s, like me, you almost definitely loved Invader Zim.
Oh, I remember
the
this.
short-lived Nicktoon
I never
was
saw the
known for its
actual show.
edgy aesthetic, random humor, and dark tone.
I
So
never
when a
saw
show
the show,
already
but I saw the
renowned for
movie.
being unsettling goes too far, it really goes too far.
What?
The show follows the incompetent alien invader Zim, who tries and repeatedly fails to conquer Earth.
Yeah.
See, he's constantly thwarted by Dib, the only guy on Earth who realizes that the green kid might not be
Okay.
human. So, in the
Understandable.
episode Bad, Bad Rubber Piggy, Zim vows to rid himself of Dib once and for all.
That's such a good
To
title.
do so, he builds a device that allows him to send objects through time
Okay.
and transports, rubber pigs to key points in Dib's life with
What?
catastrophic effect. Dib is
What?
slowly damaged by the changing past,
Okay.
becoming more and more decrepit as he helplessly questions what's happening.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What?
I'm gonna sneak up past those giant gnomes and leave a nasty message note. Leave a and leave a nasty note on his door. Gad, have I always had these tubes in my neck?
I'm
Ultimately,
confused,
Zim
huh?
seems to succeed with his diabolical plan, and Dib passes away.
Huh?
That is until he's
What?
revived by his scientist father as a
Thank
giant
you.
armored cyborg hell-bent on avenging his shattered life.
Thank
okay,
you.
let's summarize. This entire episode revolves around our main character psychologically and physically tormenting our
Oh.
other main character. Not to
Yes.
mention that he actually succeeds in sending him to sleep with the fishes, even if only briefly.
Okay.
No wonder this episode's infamous. I'll never look at a rubber piggy the same way again.
Oh, man.
An Alf-full ending.
What is this?
Come on, guys. I'm sure y'all remember Alf.
Elf
I don't.
pods. Remember Elf? He's
Nope.
back in pod form.
In reality,
No,
I doubt
I don't
many of you
remember.
do remember Alf.
No,
a
I
weird
don't.
little alien fella and star of the popular 80s sitcom of the same name.
What?
After crash landing in the garage of
Okay.
the Tanners and finding himself stranded, Alf is taken in by the family, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah?
The show ran for 4 seasons before coming to an end in 1990, with
Yeah.
the finale, Consider Me Gone. and it didn't end well. See, the Tanner's alien house guest is finally contacted by his species, and it looks like he'll be able to return home. After packing his things and giving some heartfelt goodbyes to his human pals, he steps towards his spaceship to see his people once again.
Looks like a good
That's
show,
it.
though.
Until he's interrupted and captured by the US government.
What?
The end! Did you enjoy, kids? Alf's off to be dissected. Yay! Seriously, what the hell was that? Why end the show like this?
Yes.
Were they trying to traumatize little kids? Well, not really. You see, this was never actually intended to be the end of the show, but a cliffhanger leading to the next season. Unfortunately, that season never happened. So, for 6 long years, kids were left with the cursed knowledge that Alf's story ended as a government test subject. Eventually, the network released a straight-to-home movie sequel in which Alf does get a happy ending, but the reception was mixed at best. Better than nothing, though, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Finale fear.
Man,
What is it?
Alf's finale was a downer, huh?
Yeah.
At least it eventually got a continuation that nullified the depressing ending, though.
Okay.
No such thing happened to another sitcom from the 90s, Dinosaurs.
What
The
is
show
this?
follows a society of anthropomorphic dinos who live in a world seemingly ruled by corporations.
Okay.
Episodes routinely dealt with controversial topics like religion, censorship, and race, but none were more impactful than the finale, Changing Nature. Thanks to the dinosaurs' abuse of the environment, they create a series of problems that ultimately lead to what is essentially a nuclear winter. In the end, the main characters are holed up in their home, forced to confront the reality of their situation.
Well, what's gonna happen to us?
Okay.
Well, I don't exactly know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But whatever it is,
I know.
Nobody's gonna leave you.
Actually,
That's right,
I
little
know
guy.
what's gonna happen.
We'll all stay together.
Yes, understandable.
Yeah, and hey, I'm sure it'll all work out okay.
Okay.
After all, dinosaurs have been on this earth for 150 million years.
True.
And it's not like we're going to just disappear.
Do you want to tell him, or should I?
Yes.
Yeah, the series ends with the family huddling for warmth and looking outside at the ever-falling snow, awaiting the inevitable. Jeez. Changing Nature is infamous as the single most depressing finale a sitcom has ever had.
Understandable.
Sure, it was always sort of a given that the show could end with the extinction of the dinosaurs, but did it have to? And did it have to be so chilling?
Yes.
What gets me is the final sign-off from the TV presenter.
This is Howard Handupme.
Okay.
Good night.
Yes. Understandable.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Imagine happily watching, say,
That's horrible.
Friends,
That's horrible.
excited to see the final episode, only to turn it on and be confronted with the news that everyone perished in some horrendous natural disaster. That's literally what happened on Dinosaurs.
That's a horrible
I think I'd rather watch
idea.
Ross get blown away by a tornado.
What?
Helga's Help. Oh boy, another
no.
depressisode. Yay! And would you believe it's back to Nickelodeon again? This
What?
time, a
Again?
particularly famous episode of Hey Arnold, Helga on the Couch.
What?
When the new school
What is
therapist
this?
sees Helga's aggressive behavior, she calls her into a session. The episode sees Helga slowly opening up about her troubled home life, complicated family dynamic, and her own emotions.
Yeah.
With an alcoholic mother, short-tempered father, and golden child sister, we learn that she's terribly neglected and has been from preschool age.
Hey, who's taking me to preschool?
Yeah, in a minute, Olga.
No, I'm
That's
Helga,
horrible.
Dad. Helga.
Whatever. Go play outside, would you?
Yeesh. Helga's had it rough, like a lot of kids out there in the real world.
Understandable.
So nobody's ever noticed you?
Yeah.
There was someone.
Okay. Who was it? Oh!
Hi, nice bow.
I get it.
I like your bow because it's pink like your pants.
Okay.
I'm not crying.
Thank you.
You're crying. And the only person in Helga's life that ever noticed her, ever gave her a reason to smile, was Arnold.
So
After
that's why
talking
she
through
was
her
so
feelings with
obsessed
her
with
therapist, Helga feels great
Oh,
relief
so that's-
and walks
what are you
away
getting at?
happily.
No,
Okay, so it wasn't a total depressisode, thankfully.
Okay.
Subjects like depression, neglect, and anger issues are tough, sure,
Yes.
but they need to be spoken about openly so kids don't suffer in silence.
Sure.
Anything that destigmatizes therapy is a good thing in my book.
Yes.
A what-if wish.
Oh no.
It's all too common for shows to produce a parody episode of the classic Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah.
The plot follows
I
George,
remember that movie.
who, after wishing to end his existence, sees what the world would be like if he never had existed.
Okay.
Long story short, everyone he loves so much is worse off, inspiring him to appreciate his life. Well, when the Fairly Odd Parents parodied the movie, they
Yes.
took some, creative liberties.
Oh,
the
no.
episode It's a Wishful Life sees protagonist
Clever.
Timmy Turner feeling unappreciated, so
Yeah.
he wishes he'd never been born. Now, what does Timmy see in this alternate universe to make him see he's appreciated then?
That's a horrible
well,
idea.
nothing. Nada.
Absolutely
Zilch.
nothing.
In fact, Timmy sees a world where literally all his loved ones are far better off without him. His
What?
friends and family are all rich, successful, and happy, and Timmy is faced with the horrific realization that he makes everybody's lives worse. Crikey.
What?
Then, after accepting that he shouldn't exist, it's revealed to him that this was all a test. The moral of the story, don't do good deeds to get noticed,
Thank you.
but
Yes.
because they're the right thing to do.
Yes.
What? Wait, hold up. That doesn't even make sense. It wasn't that
True.
Timmy's good deeds were going unnoticed, but people were actively being ungrateful and treating him like dirt because of them.
Okay.
Happy birthday, AJ!
This computer, it's
Amazing, astounding, state of the art.
obsolete as
Okay.
of 4 seconds ago.
Okay.
Thanks for the high-tech doorstop. That doesn't work.
So what? Timmy makes people's lives worse by being super nice, doing them massive
What?
favors, and giving them lavish gifts? What kind of
What?
message does that send? Now, sure,
Exactly.
it's left unclear in the end as to whether the world really was made worse by Timmy's existence, but if it wasn't, I feel like they would have just said that. And that's the
True.
truth this episode tries to convey. Timmy is a plague on his world, a parasite that sucks the joy from the lives of others, all while
Yes.
trying his best to help them. Or not. Maybe I'm just getting carried away. Whatever,
Okay.
who knows?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
An
Whatever.
American snail in Bikini Bottom.
What? SpongeBob?
If there's one thing that kids love, it's body horror.
What?
Or so thought a confused writer for a SpongeBob back in 1999. In the Halloween-themed episode I Was a Teenage Gary, SpongeBob leaves Squidward to look after his snail, Gary, while he's on vacation. However, after Squidward neglects the snail, Gary is left needing an injection of snail plasma to
remember
heal
this
up,
episode.
something SpongeBob is scared about him receiving.
Wait.
Hold him still.
Wait. Wait. Ouch.
Oops.
Squidward, you've injected me with snail plasma.
Well,
I-
you made me do it.
What's gonna
He's
happen to
not-
me?
Oh, nothing. It's just a little snail plasma. I'm telling you, it's all in your head.
But Squidward is wrong.
Look at me. Never better.
Oh no.
I'm okay. Squidward said I'm fine.
I remember this.
Gary, I'm fine.
Yeah. I don't know. What is going on?
That's okay. I'm a lefty anyway.
No.
No, I don't have to buy those new shoes.
Okay.
I take it back, Gary. Something is wrong with me.
Look, it's baby's
I-
first
that's-
Thing movie. The
yes.
newly transmorgified SpongeBob then tries to break into
remember that
Squidward's
movie.
house,
Yes.
probably desperate for help getting him out of this horrific state.
Yes.
But Squidward just flees, and while
Yeah,
doing so,
I would
accidentally injects himself with the same snail plasma.
Oops.
Our episode ends with the duo both meowing helplessly, doomed with no way
Yes.
to return to
I
their
re-
original forms.
I
At least
remember
that's
this
what any kid who
episode.
watches this will be left to believe. I know I did. But what do you think? Was this creepy episode enough to spook
Patrick.
you as a kid, or am I just being a big old baby? Sound
don't
off
know.
in the comments and we'll see
Whatever.
how brave you are.
I don't know. Whatever.
Tomcat trauma.
Yes.
Aw,
I
man,
remember
you
this.
kidding me? Tom and Jerry? What the heck could be disturbing about Tom and Jerry?
Yes. I remember this. What?
Okay, we're gonna need some context here, huh? This episode, Blue Cat Blues, originally aired back in 1956, but very rarely sees the light of day now, for good reason.
Yeah.
In it, Tom falls in love with another cat, who abruptly leaves him for Butch. He tries everything he can think of to win her back, but nothing works, plunging Tom into a deep depression.
Yes, understandable. I know how that feels.
In the end, Tom's lost love marries Butch, leaving him utterly broken. So he sits on the train tracks, awaiting oblivion.
Oh no.
Yeah, you heard me right, though. I wish you didn't. Shortly after, Jerry realizes his own lady love has left him for someone else. Like Tom, he falls into despair and sits next to the cat to wait for their shared destiny. Which leads us right back here. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think I remember
I don't need to tell you why this is so messed up. It's not just the very real, very disturbing ending, it's the references to depression and alcoholism too.
Yes.
The existence of this depressisode can likely be chalked up to changing cultural sensitivities.
Yes.
It was the 50s after all, and as they say, the past is another planet. But broadcasting something like this these days?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be kidding me.
True.
Blood runs cold.
What?
Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender is a supremely written, incredibly iconic show. Despite being suitable for kids, it crafts a deep world and mature narrative that holds up to this day.
Okay.
Well, I say suitable for kids. There may be one episode that crosses the line a bit.
And
produced as a Halloween episode, the Puppet Master sees Katara meeting a kindly old waterbender.
Okay.
That's someone who can control water in the woods of the Fire Nation. The woman, Hama, runs an inn and seems to be a stand-up lady. She's not. It quickly becomes apparent that she's been kidnapping residents of the nearby town and controlling them using the forbidden art of blood bending.
What?
The skin-crawling technique manipulates the water within the blood of another person, allowing the user to puppet their body like a meat marionette. Disgusting. But why did she become this horror movie villain? Well, she was imprisoned as a young woman by the Fire Nation, who were intent on wiping out her race. While jailed, she mastered the art of bloodbending and escaped by controlling a guard. Hama then made it her mission to avenge her people by kidnapping Fire Nation citizens. Bloodbending is a particularly nasty power as it takes away the agency of its victim, but they're still totally aware of any atrocities they're forced to commit. Sounds perfect for a kid's show, right?
That's
it's
horrifying.
so vile that Katara refuses to use the power until she feels forced to in order to save her friends.
Yes,
then when she
understandable.
realizes what she's done, she breaks down in tears as the episode comes to a close.
Delay forever.
My work is done.
What?
Congratulations, Katara. You're a bloodbender.
Oh no.
Organ overload.
Again?
Oh, Invader Zim, what fresh horrors do you have for us now? Now, how about the single most disturbing cartoon Nickelodeon ever aired? One that was even cited as the inspiration behind a real-world crime.
What?
Oh man, here we go. The episode Dark Harvest sees Zim realize a huge flaw in his human disguise. No, not the skin or the lack of ears, but the simple fact that he doesn't have normal human organs. So he sets out to rectify that, and it's just as messed up as you're thinking. Using a special device, he steals the organs of students and staff at school, replacing them with random objects, like an alarm clock, a carton of milk, and even a radiator. As you can imagine, this isn't too healthy for them.
Yeah. What is that supposed to be?
But those organs aren't going to waste. Oh, no.
Nope. What did that thing say? I don't know. What the?
That's it, Zim! This has to stop!
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. Look at you! You've gone too far! You're a hideous blob of stolen organs!
Yes.
I've been working out.
What? Oh, what the? What is that?
Absolutely horrendous. Naturally, Dark Harvest garnered a whole lot of controversy and often is erroneously cited as one of the reasons for the show's cancellation.
Yeah.
But the worst thing to come out of this episode wasn't even its fault.
What?
Remember the crime I mentioned? Well, in 2006, teenager Scott Dileski was sentenced to life in prison for offing his neighbor.
What?
And when some of his classmates took the stand to defend him during the trial, they said he was fascinated by Dark Harvest. But don't worry.
No.
They quickly claimed that any comments he made about harvesting people's organs himself were just jokes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
And
no.
Zim is totally just a normal human boy.
Yeah, I doubt it.
On that particularly harrowing note, I've had about all I can take of dark and disturbing cartoons for one day.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of these episodes before? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting topic. Anyway, anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, why not give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Take care, lots of love, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.